Hi everyone, Tom Walker here from TW Mentoring. I'm here to talk about the experience I had last week. I was able to go to Oxford and see Dan Pena talk at Oxford University. Now, it was a special event, special privilege. Why? Because Dan is somebody I look up to. He's somebody my mentor was actually mentored by, and someone who I've got great inspiration for. He's someone that I've learned a lot from. So it was really nice. And the second point is, in 20 years, it's only spoke outside the castle twice. So it was really special, free event for us, lots of university students, people that kind of flew in from all over the place, where people from China, Eastern Europe, wherever, people wanted to come to this event. And being only, I think it took me an hour and 40 minutes to get there, it was something it was an event I just simply had to go to. It didn't matter what was on that day, I had to go to that event. So some of you may be new, you may not know who Dan is. And let me just explain a little bit about Dan and what he's done. Dan was fortunate enough to make 140 million off $850 when a couple of years ago when he bought an oil company. Since then he's gone on to write a book and many other things, including his QLA Academy, which is meant for people in business, and he's had absolutely fantastic success rates. You may have heard of him as a $50 billion man, and why does he call himself that? Because that is the amount of money his mentees have made after being mentored by Dan. And well, he says that's the finances which he can say. He reckons he's made more than that. And if you just listen to Dan is quite controversial. He's very straight talking, and he brings up some great tips, and it's some of the tips I want to share with you today. I mean, hopefully I can get the rights to the video so I can share it in our academy. And first off, he talks about leaders. He says, where's the leaders? Everyone talks about taking action, but are they actually taking action? Now, a lot of people think taking action is reading books, kind of listening to videos, listening to audio books, but is it, or are you actually procrastinating? And I say this because who would you rather take? A person with 2 years knowledge of the industry, or someone with 2 years of book knowledge but no actual experience? You take the person with experience and the knowledge all day. And this is the same that applies with business, in any business. You've got to look to take action instead of procrastinating. You've just got to go out and do it. You've got to experiment. I mean, that comes back to me. When I started this project, which is TW Mentoring, I just had a little idea going, you know what, I want to do that. I like business. Let's try something similar. And to this day, it's probably grew, what, 10 times the amount of my first idea. Now, you come back to me 12-18 months down the line, it's probably grew again. So this is why you've got to take action. You learn through experience. I learned a lot more through experience than I did, say, in my degree at university. So I absolutely loved it. Another point of Dan's tips is embarrass yourself. Absolutely be embarrassed. You think about the great people, they don't care what people say. You think, when you go, oh, okay, let's go, you know, if there's an attractive woman, you know, you want to talk to, and so, no, I don't want to go over, and I don't want to embarrass myself. But we have the mentality where we'd rather cut off a toe than be embarrassed. But why? Once you stop caring what people think, you'll start to grow. You'll see it happen organically. And this is something which Dan spoke about a lot. He loved it. It was taking action, taking leadership, take responsibility. for your own business. And I mean, we'll expand on points later on in the programme. These are just 2 points I really picked up from Dan's programme. And all of his information is online. It's all through danpena.com. It's all on there. And it was actually quite funny listening to him, because there were 2 lessons which were at least watched. One was how to get the money. Off the top of my head, I can't remember the second one. I think it was to do with models. I would go back and check that. But the 2 tips which would help you the most were the least watched. The least watched. Why? Is it because people aren't taking responsibility? And this is a question I actually wanted to ask Dan. And you know, I didn't get a chance to. We had limited time. But I think from the answers he gave out to other people, it is, you've got to take responsibility. And I'm going to swear now. If you don't like the bad language, then look away, or you know, just click away for a little minute, skip 5 seconds. But no one gives a shit about your situation. Nobody gives a shit about your situation. Everybody's situation is different. Now, you can either sit back and go, oh look, my husband's died, my kids died. You can sit there in sorrow. You can get up and take action. And this is what I picked up from Dan. He took action. And he talks about investing. Now, he did his research first. He picked up companies which he went, actually, they're doing that wrong. And he says it was like apples dangling from a tree. Just had to pick them up, change the management, change how they were doing things just a little bit, just to improve it, and then sell on. So, I mean, it was absolutely brilliant. Leave a link in the description. Obviously, I took a little trip to Dan's Castle, gave my aims. So that's still an aim. I still want to get mentored by Dan. So yeah, take a look at the videos, and I'll see you all soon.